to this Pretender song. It's called 2,000 Miles, and it's a great holiday song. There's a lot of versions on how to do this. Katie Tunstall does a great version of it, and a lot of people teach some variations on it, but from watching the Pretenders and Chrissy actually play this and her guitarist, I think there's a few chords we want to add to it, really one chord. But hopefully we'll go over all the different parts. The electric guitar part, if you want to play that. There's a version of her doing an acoustic set with this, and we'll go over the picked, the way her guitarist picks out the intro. And hopefully you'll enjoy this. As you all know, I really investigate my lessons so I can bring you the best lesson I can. And I noticed a lot of people teach this song G, C9 to D, like this. Okay, so watching Chrissy Hyde play this, I noticed she's actually going from a G to a D before she comes to the C9 back to a D. The other thing she does is she's playing this form of G, where we got our two fingers on the E and B string at the 3rd fret, and we move that up to a D position. So this is at the 10th fret, so 9 and then 10. That's a D11. Slide that back a whole step. You're at C, add 9, which is the same as playing your C add 9 here, where you take a G and move these two fingers to the 5th and 4th string. So that's a C add 9. Okay, so she's playing it here. So G, now this song is really has a triplet feel to it, and it's based on triplets. So we want to go. Okay, so. Okay, so that's the way she plays it. Now, if you're more comfortable just sticking in this G position, that's fine. You can do it here. You know, you got the same feel though. Although this is in a D at 11th, you know, you could leave it to a sus2. Just to add some interest to it. So again, you know, if you want to play it exactly like they're doing, that's how Chrissy does it, and that's another way of doing it. So you might have saw me in the intro, I go to the C add 9 to D twice, and what we're doing after the verse, this is like the chorus where they go, the children were singing, they'll be back at Christmas time, okay? So what Chrissy's doing, again, she's sticking on the C add 9th here. And then you'll hear the lick come in. But the other guitar is prominently doing this C add 9th and kind of picking through it. So you can go 5, 4, 3, and then pick up 1, 2, okay? And then go to a D and hit your D, let's see, 4, 3, and then 1, 2. Okay, so we have back to the C add 9. And then there's a little lick that's prominent throughout the song. Now this lick is again based in triplets. Okay, the lick that you hear after the second D will sound like this. Alright, and that's triplets also. So what we're doing, I'll go through it and then I'll show you the count. We're going to hit the 2nd string at the 3rd fret, pull off to 1. Then we're going to hit that open 2nd string. So we have this. And then we're going to go to the third string from 2 to open. Then we'll go to the fourth string at 4. And then 3 open. Okay, so this slowly. So if we count it, we've got 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. All right, and then you're back into the verse. But it's a beautiful lick, and he does it about 3 or 4 times throughout the song. So it's fairly quick. Just take it slow and build up speed, and you'll be able to nail it. If I can do it, anyone can. Okay, the song does have a bridge, and the guitar picks a little bit different, which I'll go through. But during the bridge, what Chrissy Hine is doing is going to the G up at the 15th fret. Okay, and then to the C and D. Okay, so that is what she plays through the bridge. They do that, I believe, for 2 full measures, and then they come back in with the C to D, and then the lick. All right, but she's doing. And you hear the lick. Okay, so that is the bridge, and again, we'll talk to that when I go over the electric parts that you can play with this. But if you're doing this as far as a solo acoustic, you can just play that. You know, seriously, if you want to play the G here. How do I know that's a G? All right, we've got a G note here. There's the octave on the 4th string, and then another octave from the 4th onto the 2nd. We have a G note. All right, so that is a D form, if you will, really. You could even play it as a cage note, like this. And there's a root note, G. But anyhow, there's the D. So again, I'm giving you options, and honest to God, I just thought of that right now. So you can see how a little bit of theory of strings and notes can add to your knowledge of the guitar and be able to improvise and add things a little bit different. Okay, so basically the rest of the song just is another verse that continues on with the G, D, C, D. Okay, I'm just calling them D rather than D at night. So we'll go over the electric guitar parts next. Alright, we'll go through the electric guitar part and I'll show you what they're doing. I will upload my notes for this and put a link below the video, and so you'll be able to follow this or play it on your own. Let's speak to how the Pretenders are doing it versus KT Tunstall. what he's doing, this is in triplets again. Remember, we're going to count 1, 2, 3. We're going to kind of get in the D form here, but we're just going to be using, at the first part of it, we're going to be using the second string at the 3rd fret to open 3rd, 4th, and then we'll put our first finger down onto that 3rd string at the 2nd fret. So we have this. So that's like a 1, 2, 3, 1, and then we're going to go to the first string from the 2nd fret to the 3rd fret. So like a D to a D sus4. Okay, so we have this. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Then we just pick everything up and we're going to pick through this D suspended second. 1, 2, 3, and then back to that first fret, first string, 2nd fret, and then 3rd fret. And then it repeats. So let me go through that slowly. I'm sorry if I confused you. I've got a bad right ear infection that's been going on for the last week, and honest to God, this was the hardest song for me to figure out with literally one ear. And the other bad thing that happened was my hearing aid on my left ear went out, and luckily, there's always something you have to look for. It's under warranty, so that's getting replaced. But I'm at a real hearing deficit here. So, all right, sorry. Let's move on. So, let's go through this slowly. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to go into our C, add ninth, and pick 5, 4, and 3, and then 2, 1, or 1, 2. And then a D, so we'll pick 4, 3, and then 1, 2. Back to C, add ninth. And then just strum your D. There's a pause, and then you go into that lick that we learned. Now, when he comes out of the lick, all right, as you're hitting that open G, what he does is come to the 3rd fret of the 2nd string, and it's like you're picking up on the 2nd half of the very first part of it. Okay, and then we're going to pluck through the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and then 4th string. So, again, I'll have my notes up so you can follow that, but that's what he's doing in there. In the immortal words of James Brown, let's take it to the bridge. Alright, what we're doing for the bridge, we're going to do 2 pick throughs or picking of the intro. So then what he goes into is like a G chord. Okay, we're going to pick 4, 3 open, and then 3rd fret of the 2nd, 3rd fret of the 1st. Then we'll come back to the 2nd and 3rd string. So it's 6 count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. Then we're going to go to a C at the 2nd fret of the 4th string and the 2nd string at the 1st fret, and we'll pick 4, 3, 2. Okay, and then we're going to do our D at 11th by just sliding that figure up a whole step. Okay, so we're going from the 1st and 2nd fret to the 4th and 3rd fret. pick it again. See how the triplets come in? So at speed it would be. So that's the bridge, and then she goes, I think of you, and you're back into the. Alright, and then you're into the third verse, which takes you out of the song. I promise I'd speak to another way to play this, and this is how Katie Tunstall does this. Her guitarist plays the intro this way, and then I'll show you what he's doing. So what he's doing there for that lick, and that's really the only thing he does different, is he'll start out just like we do on the second string at the 3rd fret, and then he'll play that 3rd string open and hold it. Then he goes into your 1st string at 2nd to 3. And then the rest is the same. You'll pick through a D suspended 2nd. And then add your D, and then D sus4, and then your so that's the difference he does, and I like to show everybody different ways of playing things because it might fit your style better. So there you have that. We'll touch on the acoustic picking part, and we should be through the lesson. We'll go through the acoustic version at speed, and then I'll show you what he's doing. Alright, so what he's doing there, we're going to pick, when we start out, the 6th string at 3 and the 2nd string at 3. And then we'll go to the 3rd, 4th, and then the 5th string open. So we have this. And what I'm doing is getting in position to do the 2nd fret of the 1st string to the 3rd fret. And then what we do is move our middle finger up to the 3rd fret of the 5th string, and we're going to pluck the 3rd fret of the 5th string with open on the 1st string, and then kind of go through a D suspended 2nd. So we'll go 3 on the 2nd and 2nd fret of the 3rd string. Then we're going to use that A open. It's almost like a pedal note. And then we'll do the 1st string at 2nd fret, 3rd fret. And then we start over. Okay, so that's really the picking part. Luckily, they show it really well in the live version of them playing this acoustically, and I was able to pick that out. So if you practice that and get that up to speed, you'll be able to play through that. And the rest of the song is like we talked about, and the verse and chords. So those are the variations on the theme. I really hope you guys enjoy this Christmas classic. It's such a beautiful song, even if you just strum with it. It's a beautiful song, so I hope everyone enjoys. Happy holidays.